Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be looking at another dock for Mac. So it's going to be iVanky's FusionDock Pro 1 Plus for MacBook Pro and MacBook Air as well. So iVanky were kind enough to send me this, so a big thank you to the manufacturer for sending me out this review unit to enable this video to happen and get content on my channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So this is the Pro 1 Plus model, which has got a faster transfer rate. So this is the top of the line model. So this is about £250, I think, when it's on offer, or about $300 US. So it's not it's a decent amount of money, but I'd say it's worth it because of the speed and how well it is working for me so far. They do the FusionDock Pro 1 as well, which has a slightly slower transfer speed. Knocks £100 off the price. So have a look at that if you're depending on what you need. But this is the one I would recommend to look at because it's more future-proofed. It's got faster transfer rates. It feels really nicely made. It feels really well built, and it feels like it'll last me a long time. So yes, it is a substantial investment, but it will last you a while, and it will help you with your workflow on your desk like it's doing with me at the moment. So on this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the unboxing of the dock. We're going to show you some of the unique features this dock offers and talk about build quality and value for money, and why you should buy this dock and why I think it's a good dock to choose for your MacBook Pro or MacBook Air. So as far as docks go, this is quite a serious dock for your MacBook. So I've had many docks over the years. I've had small ones that plug into your side of your laptop that are about that big and have a few ports on them, aren't very powerful and don't transfer very fast, and they cost about £19. I've used ones in other jobs which cost up to £300 that are made by the manufacturer, like HP ones, and they don't really seem to offer much. So I always look, when I'm looking for a dock, I always go out to the third-party market because I think there's some fantastic products out there that manufacturers have come up with creative ideas, and that's why I'd always look outside the sort of mainstream brands to try and find something that's a bit more unique and that offers a bit more performance for your money. So when iVanky asked me to review this unit, I jumped at the chance because the dock actually offers a hell of a lot of features for the money. So to talk you through the features first, and we'll start off with that. Let's start off with the design of the dock. So that it is made of metal and plastic. So it feels, it has a decent weight to it. It feels well made. It's well built, and I think it looks nice as well. So if you stand this on the desk over here like that, I think that looks really nice. So it'll fit really well into your sort of integrated into your setup. And what I'm going to do on this video is show you me setting it up as well on my desk. So I'll show you how to connect everything up and get it up and running. So what you've got on this dock, which a lot of other ones don't offer, is you have 3 HDMI outputs. So these are all up to 4K 60 Hertz, I think, which is really good. So you can connect 3 monitors into this. So bear in mind, this does depend on what model MacBook you are connecting it to. So if you look at the MacBook Air, for example, the original M1, M2 only supports one external display, so that won't work any more than that. If you've got a MacBook Pro, M1 Max, M2 Max, M3 Max, or I think even the M4 now, you can connect more monitors up to it. So just check with your Apple laptop how many displays it supports before thinking you could use 3 displays with it, because it all depends on the M chip you've got in your laptop. So just check that. But if you've got the latest MacBook or one that does support that, you have got a 3 HDMI output, which is really nice. So 3 big external monitors that you can drive. And then following on from that, you've got 2 USB-A 10 gigabits per second. So this is really good because this is the high-speed USB-A variant. So some docks, a lot of docks offer USB-A, which is the old USB standard. So we now use USB-C, but there's a lot of USB-A peripherals around still, like mice, a lot of hard drives, and a lot of stuff that uses these ports. So it's nice to have the high-speed variant on here, so you can plug these in. And if you've got a USB-C device, if you've got more USB-C devices than USB-A, then just buy a small adapter. They're really cheap, they're not expensive, and it'll give you the same speed off those ports with your USB-C connection. And then another nice feature is we've got a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection, so that's super fast. So most devices these days come standard with a gigabit Ethernet, and you can get up to 10 gigabits now, but because of all this super fast broadband that everyone's getting, manufacturers are having to increase the speed of the Ethernet connection. So it's really nice to see iVanky including a 2.5 gig connection, because that's more than going to cover most people's fiber broadband connection. Because my speed here is 0.5 gigabit, so it'd be more than enough for me. And it's just nice to have that feature if you're using it with a faster internet connection. And next to it, you've got your DC input. So what iVanky sends you in the box with the dock is this power brick. So I know this looks quite large, but if you think about what performance this dock offers and how much output, it needs a high output power supply, otherwise it wouldn't work properly. So this is a 180 watt power supply. So this will provide plenty of power to charge your devices and run everything off this dock, which is great because it's one wire going into the dock. They also helpfully give you a USB-C cable in the box, which is really nice because a lot of manufacturers don't bundle one in. So you've got a USB-C cable to connect the dock straight into your laptop. So the idea is basically on the side here is the computer connection. So you just initially connect that in there like that, run that into your MacBook, and you've got a simple setup with all your ports on it now that you wouldn't have on your MacBook. And what's also nice about using a dock like this is that you can stand the MacBook on a stand, like a vertical stand, which I've got over there, and you can then ignore the MacBook, run the cable into the dock, and use all the ports and everything on here. So we'll go around the other side now and show you what else connectivity-wise we've got on this dock. So again, we've got another power supply output here, or input, so you can use that one if you want to charge your devices fast, a USB-C output. We've got a 10 gigabit USB-C connection as well, which is really nice to have. So the same speed as the USB-A port on the back. That's really good. And then we've got even more USB-A 10 gigabit ports on here. So we've got 4 10 gigabit USB-A ports and 2 USB-C ports, which is really nice to have, because you think about how many devices you've got connected to especially me. On my desk here, I've got cables going everywhere. I've got 2 external hard drives. I've got a variety of different peripherals, and it's really nice just to have that ability to just plug it all into one box rather than having to run wires everywhere. So I'm really looking forward to getting this set up and used on my desk, and show you how I can make my setup nice and neat and increase my productivity with my video creation business. Also, next to the high-speed USB-A ports, you have got an SD card reader, which is really useful. So I'll be using this with my MacBook Air to start off with. So I haven't actually got the MacBook Air doesn't have an SD reader built into it, so I had to buy an external one, and this just looks messy. So now I can run one cable from the Mac Air to this, and it can have an SD card reader and a micro SD card reader or TF card reader, and it's all high speed through this cable into the Thunderbolt 3 ports on the MacBook Air. So that's really nice that I can do that without having to worry about adding in multiple adapters and everything like that. And it's all in one dock. Then I also got a headphone output, which is really useful to have as well, because you can run wired headphones off it. You don't have to bother reaching around the back of your MacBook. You can put it straight into the front of the dock here, and then you've also got a power button to turn the dock on and off. So that should turn your laptop on and off. So you can just, if you like me, and you leave your laptop docked for days on end, and you just literally want to stick the laptop in the dock, in your stand, leave the dock connected, and then you want to use the power button here, then that's a really nice feature to have, because if not, you have to open the lid of the MacBook, turn it on, put it back on the dock. So it can be, I'm sure you're well aware, it's a bit of a pain. So this is really nice to have that feature. It's also got a locking system on the side. So if you get, if you're using it in the office or anything like that, and you're worried about security, you can add a Kensington lock to it, which we don't see anymore as often, but it's quite nice to have that feature. So plenty of connectivity on this dock. So what I'm going to do now is get it all set up and show you me setting it up, and then talk about performance. Right, so we've now got I've got my MacBook here ready to set up with the dock. I've plugged the iVanky dock in here into the power supply just underneath my desk. and I've got the USB-C cable here to attach it to my laptop. So what I'm going to do first, so this is a stand I use here. So I use this on my for all my laptops and everything like that to stand into it. So I've got 2 laptops, so you can adjust it. It's quite a useful little stand actually. So I'll pop the link for that in the matter description down below. It's on Amazon, which is really useful. So see your laptop stands in there like that. So, and then what I can do now is just connect. So if we take this USB-C cable here, which iVanky have kindly provided, put the MacBook over there, like that. So it's nice and out of the way. Connect one end into there, like that, and then the other end into the computer input there. So it's even marked on the dock which one to connect it into, so it's really easy to set up. It's probably, it's really well thought out, nicely set up dock. So now that is connected into the dock. So as you can see, it's all now set up. So I've got the dock connected to my MacBook Air, running through there, HDMI output through into the screen here. So all nicely set up and much neater than I had before. I've now got an SD card reader I can use on the MacBook Air, which is really useful because the Air doesn't come with one standard. So I'll test out the dock. I'll give you some impressions on how I find it to use. So far, it's been, it looks like a great product. So I'm hoping that it will continue that way, and we will get into the performance of it later on. So I've just had a go with the dock, transferring some files around, connecting it to my Mac, and connecting my external hard drives to it, and running an SD card off it, and connecting my HDMI output to my monitor on my Mac Air, and it's working beautifully. So thank you, iVanky, for sending this over. It's an excellent dock in summary so far. This is just my initial review. So what I'll do is I'll keep using the dock for another month or so, then I'll post another review later on to let you know how I'm getting on with it. But so far, this has really simplified my setup. It's enabling me to transfer files around faster and also to connect more stuff to my MacBook Air, which is really useful. So it's particularly good for the Mac Air, I would say, actually, because the Mac Air comes with less ports on it. So it only has 2 USB-C ports on it. So having this dock enables you to add on so much more expansion than you would do with just a standard Mac. So thank you for sending it over. It's really useful on the Mac Air, but it's also good for the Mac Pro because obviously you can just put your laptop away inside, like we mentioned before, and then use all the external ports on the dock on your desk. I'll also try it out on Windows. It should work fine. I'll let you know my thoughts on it. I've got a Windows laptop I'm reviewing at the moment, so I'll have a go on it and see how it works with Windows. In terms of the performance, so as we've mentioned, it goes up to, so the maximum transfer speed on this dock is 10 gigabits per second, which is plenty fast enough. So I've just transferred about 20 gigabytes of video files over onto my laptop SSD, and it took about 2 minutes, if that's less than a minute. So that's kind of giving you the idea of how fast this dock is. It's really quick, but 10 gigabits isn't the fastest dock on the market. There are faster ones, but for most people, 10 gigabits is absolutely fine. It is really quick. Like I'll show you the video where I transferred it over. That was 4K 60 footage, and most people might not even need to use it for that. So just bear in mind, you'll see docks with Thunderbolt 4 advertised, 50 gigabits, 60 gigabits, and if you're not transferring huge amounts of files around all the time, don't waste your money on more expensive docks. Go for something like this one, which would really help simplify your setup, give you a high speed transfer rate on most files. Think about how well this can help you and check out their website. I'll put the links all down below, the Amazon link and their website link to have a look at it. And I'll get back to you all in a month's time when I've had a good use of this dock to let you know my final thoughts on it. But so far, I think this is going to really help me. And thank you once again to iVanky for sending this out to me to try out. Any questions about the dock or anything else, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll try and get back to you. So thanks for watching, and please do subscribe.